Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a magic touch when it comes to managing their money? It's not about earning a six-figure salary or winning the lottery. It's about mastering a simple yet powerful tool: budgeting. Budgeting, in essence, is about gaining control over your money. It's about knowing where every penny goes, making conscious decisions, and steering your financial ship in the direction you want. Sounds simple, right? But the transformative power of a well-planned budget can't be overstated. Let's take the example of Sarah, a 45-year-old woman juggling a full-time job, 2 kids in college, and a mortgage. For years, she struggled to make ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck. Money worries were a constant source of stress, but everything changed when she decided to take control and implemented a budget. Sarah started by tracking every dollar spent, from the morning coffee runs to the monthly utility bills. It was an eye-opening experience. She realized that she was spending a significant amount on non-essential items. With this newfound knowledge, she began to allocate her income consciously, prioritizing needs over wants and setting aside money for emergencies and future goals. The impact was immediate and profound. She no longer worried about running out of money before the end of the month. She started to build an emergency fund, something she had never thought possible. She even began to contribute more to her retirement fund. Sarah's life was transformed, all thanks to budgeting. But the most significant change was the peace of mind she gained. The constant worry about money was replaced with a sense of control and confidence. She knew exactly where her money was going and that she was making progress towards her financial goals. So, as you can see, budgeting can literally be the difference between financial stress and financial peace. It's the magic wand that turns financial chaos into harmony, empowering you to live your life on your terms. And the best part? It's never too late to start. So, why not start today? Understanding the basics of budgeting can be the first step towards financial freedom. Picture it like a roadmap for your money, guiding every dollar you earn towards its appropriate destination. A well-planned budget is an empowering tool that brings clarity and control over your finances. Let's break down the key elements of a budget: income, expenses, and savings. Firstly, your income. This is the total amount of money coming into your bank account each month. It could be from your salary, pensions, investments, or any other sources of revenue you might have. Secondly, expenses. These are your outgoings. Everything from household bills, groceries, and entertainment to unexpected costs like car repairs or medical bills. It's important to track every penny spent to get a clear picture of your spending habits. And finally, savings. This is the portion of your income that you're putting aside for future use. It could be for emergencies, retirement, or that dream vacation you've been planning. Now, let's bring these elements to life with a real-world example. Meet Jane. Jane, a teacher, started her budgeting journey 6 months ago. She began by noting down her income and all her expenses. She was surprised to find out how much she was spending on takeout food and decided to cook more at home instead. Jane also made a conscious decision to save a part of her income every month. She created a separate savings account and started transferring a fixed amount into it as soon as her salary was credited. This small change made a big difference. Within 6 months, Jane was able to increase her savings by 20%. Jane's story is a testament to the power of budgeting. It's not about restricting your spending, but about understanding where your money is going and making informed decisions. So take that first step towards financial freedom. Start budgeting today and see the difference it makes to your financial health. Remember, budgeting isn't about restricting your spending. It's about understanding where your money is going and making informed decisions. Even the most well-intentioned budgeters can fall into some common traps. Let's take a moment to shed light on these pitfalls and how to avoid them. Firstly, a common mistake is not accounting for all expenses. It's easy to remember the big-ticket items like rent, utilities, and groceries. But what about those small, seemingly insignificant expenditures? The daily morning coffee, the occasional dinner out, the monthly streaming subscriptions. These add up, often becoming a significant portion of our spending. Our friend, let's call her Jane, was surprised to find that these minor expenses were costing her several $100s a month. By tracking every penny, Jane was able to recognize and adjust these habits, freeing up more of her budget for her priorities. Secondly, not adjusting the budget as circumstances change is a trap that many fall into. Life is dynamic, and so should your budget be. Jane's situation changed when her daughter started college. She found her expenses had increased significantly. Initially, she struggled, but soon realized the need to adjust her budget to accommodate this new expense. Adapting to life's changes, instead of fighting against them, can help keep your budget on track. Lastly, not setting realistic goals can set you up for failure. It's great to aim high, but your goals should also be achievable. Jane initially set a goal to save half her income. However, this left her struggling to cover her expenses. She revised her goal to save 25% of her income, making it both challenging and achievable. This shift made a world of difference. Jane not only succeeded in meeting her goal, but she also felt a sense of accomplishment that fueled her drive to continue budgeting and saving. In summary, accounting for all expenses, adjusting your budget as circumstances change, and setting realistic goals are critical steps in avoiding common budgeting mistakes. Jane's story is a testament to the fact that recognizing and rectifying these mistakes can lead to financial success. Avoiding these common mistakes can put you on the path to budgeting success. Remember, your journey towards financial security is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making consistent progress over time. So keep going, and before you know it, you'll be crossing that finish line. Now that we've covered the basics and pitfalls, let's dive into some tips that can make your budgeting journey smoother. The first tip is to set realistic goals. When it comes to budgeting, ambition is great, but realism is key. You're not going to slash your grocery bill by 3/4 overnight, and that's okay. Start with small changes and gradually work up to bigger ones. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step after all. Next, be consistent in tracking your expenses. Yes, it may seem tedious, but it's also incredibly enlightening. You'd be amazed at how those small, seemingly inconsequential purchases can add up over time. Whether you prefer using a traditional pen and paper, an Excel spreadsheet, or a nifty budgeting app, find a system that works for you and stick to it. Another important tip is to review your budget monthly. Life changes, and so should your budget. Maybe you've started a new hobby, or perhaps your utility bills have gone up. Regular reviews help ensure your budget accurately reflects your current lifestyle and financial situation. Now, let's consider the case of Jane. Jane was deep in debt and feeling overwhelmed. She felt like she was constantly playing catch-up with her bills and had no idea how she could ever start saving for retirement. But then Jane started to apply these budgeting tips. She set realistic goals, tracked her expenses diligently, and reviewed her budget monthly. Over time, Jane began to see changes. She was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She was paying off her debt and even started to put money aside for her retirement. Jane's story is a testament to the power of successful budgeting. Remember, budgeting is not about restriction. It's about understanding your financial habits, making informed decisions, and ultimately, gaining control over your money. With these tips in your financial toolkit, you're well on your way to mastering your money. Imagine a life where you're not constantly worried about money. That's the power of financial freedom. It's the peace that comes from knowing you're in control of your finances, not the other way around. It's the confidence that allows you to make decisions based on what you want, not what you can afford. Let's take Jane as an example. She used to live paycheck to paycheck, always feeling the weight of financial pressure. But she started budgeting, tracking her expenses, and making conscious decisions about where her money went. Slowly, she began to see a shift. She paid off her debts, started saving, and even began investing. Today, Jane is financially free. She's no longer bound by her financial limitations. You see, budgeting is not about restriction. It's about creating opportunities. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. Budgeting is more than just numbers on a page. It's a tool that can help you achieve your dreams. Now that you've got the knowledge, it's time to put it into action. Embrace the power of budgeting. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your finances. It's a journey, not a race. Every step you take is a step towards your financial freedom. We're here to guide and inspire you every step of the way. So why wait? Start your budgeting journey now. Make your money work for you. Subscribe to our channel for more financial advice and start your journey to financial freedom today.